Good morning. I'm Parampreet Singh. Welcome to the Meditation Questions podcast, part of the Immersion Meditation Network. Meditation without gods, reincarnation, afterlife, or the supernatural. If you'd like to support us, please visit meditationquestions.com. Today's question: what are the benefits of meditation? In the last episode, we took an honest look at the question, can meditation be bad for me? And it turns out there's many cases in which, yes, meditation can actually be bad for us. As I mentioned in the last episode, I love meditation and I meditate every day. I'm obviously doing it because I feel it's good for me. So I thought it's only fair to balance the last episode out with the question, what are the benefits of meditation? Now, because you're listening to this episode, I'm going to assume you've already heard about all the benefits of meditation. You're intrigued. Maybe you might even be experiencing those benefits. Let's take a look at the most commonly promised and promoted benefits of meditation. I like to divide them up into 4 categories. The first, the biggest category, is the spiritual benefits. Meditation is touted for bringing enlightenment, for bringing a release from the grip of karma and reincarnation, for engendering a complete absorption into the universal, eternal, immutable divine energy of existence. Here at Meditation Questions, we don't believe in that sort of thing, but if someone else does, well, sure, you do you. So I'm going to say this benefit is not really a benefit. It's more of a traditional religious promise, which works metaphorically, but it's not something that I believe scientifically can be proven or is real. So that's the first one, the spiritual. The second category is mental benefits. The third category is emotional benefits. And the fourth category is the physiological benefits, or to put it in more simpler terms, the body benefits that meditation brings. Let's look at these last 3 types of benefits. This categorization of benefits into the mental, the emotional, and the physiological is obviously for convenience reasons. Clearly, what happens in our hearts, in our minds, in our body affects the whole us, the complete us. What happens in one of those is intimately and directly tied to what's happening to the rest of us. Benefit number 1, quite possibly the most famous benefit of all. Meditation reduces stress. Turns out, yes, it actually does. The current explosive interest in meditation can be traced back to a type of meditation called mindfulness meditation. And not just mindfulness meditation, but a particular form of mindful meditation called mindfulness-based stress reduction. Its acronym is MBSR. And one of the main reasons meditation started to garner attention was because MBSR, designed by Jon Kabat-Zinn, was one of the very first types of meditations used in a clinical hospital setting. And because of that, it was one of the first types of meditations that was shown to be effective medically and scientifically. This was decades ago, and now there's enough scientific literature that has shown, yes, meditation does reduce stress. The way it reduces stress is primarily it can reduce the levels of cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone, so it makes sense that meditation reduces cortisol. A reduction in cortisol makes us more relaxed. Being relaxed means being less stressful. It all fits together. That's not to say that MBSR is the only way you can reduce stress. We've talked about in the past that there are so many different kinds of meditations. There's mantra meditation, there's mala meditation, there's movement meditation. There aren't as many studies showing the effects on stress of these, but most studies show that all of these can help improve stress. Keeping in mind that it's not just meditation that can help reduce stress. It's any activity you do that brings either calmness or joy or relaxation into your life. Another highly touted physical benefit of meditation is that it helps in controlling pain. This has also been shown to be mostly true. But first, we have to understand what exactly meditation is doing. It's not reducing pain, it's reducing our experience and perception of pain. It's not making the pain go away. It's helping our minds detach from the pain. Pain isn't a completely understood process. But generally, what we know is that nerve fibers send out signals to the brain saying, whoa, something bad is happening. Our interpretation of those signals is, oh my goodness, I'm in pain. And those interpretations end up being the experience of pain. What meditation is doing is it sees those signals come in. It says, okay, yes, looks like something not so good is happening. I don't like it, but if there's nothing I can do about it, let me see if I can just observe this experience going on that normally I would interpret as pain. And meditation helps us develop that skill. The one big important caveat here is that pain is a really important signal. We should not ignore it. I know people with chronic pain. They're on various medications, and the medications help. They help a lot, but they don't eliminate that experience of pain. Meditation can be a wonderful add-on to manage that pain. But it's not always a good idea to ignore pain. Sometimes it's a really good idea to listen to it and not try to diminish it. And that's a big caveat. We shouldn't use meditation as a way of ignoring pain, but it has been shown to be really useful to manage pain for those that haven't been able to find another way to manage it. The next physiological benefit of meditation is that meditation helps reduce blood pressure. Yes, it does. We mostly know and can sense that getting upset or riled up builds emotional pressure, but it also actually builds physical pressure in the body. It kind of makes sense that learning to relax, to calm down, and as we said earlier, to not be as stressed out would reduce blood pressure. The important thing to note is that this benefit of reduction in blood pressure was seen primarily among older people who already had very high blood pressure to begin with. It's not like if you're already chillaxed and don't have high blood pressure, that it's going to reduce your blood pressure. That's not necessarily the case. The last physiological benefit of meditation we're going to look at is that meditation improves sleep. Yes, it definitely does. And as many, many newcomers to meditation can testify, meditation actually might help you sleep while you're meditating. This is a common experience. And again, it makes sense. What's happening is our body is relaxing, our mind is calming down. All of the biomarkers are telling our mind, hey, I feel really relaxed right now. I think it might be time for sleep. And of course, what normally happens when we have a difficulty in sleeping is all of those biomarkers are pushing the signals the other way. They're telling us to be more alert, or we might be worried about something, or we might be looking at our screen riled up because of something that's happening on social media. Meditation can turn all of that experience in the other direction towards saying, it's time to slow down, time to put things away. All I'm here to do is just sit or lie down and relax, which of course is going to lead to better sleep. Let's turn to the primarily mental, emotional benefits of meditation. The first is a group of 4 that belong together. These are meditation helps control anxiety, meditation reduces depression, meditation increases focus, and meditation lengthens attention span. The reason I like to group them together, because there's an effect of meditation at work in all 4 of these, which is meditation is helping train our mind to focus on the present. It's encouraging our mind to let go of other thoughts, thoughts that might be disturbing or anxiety producing, might be depressive. So that's how it's controlling anxiety and depression. It's allowing us to move on to better thoughts and feelings. Similarly, it's allowing us to stay in the moment and focus on what's happening in the moment. When we meditate, especially with mindfulness meditation, we are training ourselves to just be in this moment and not to be distracted by another moment, not to be distracted by another thought, not to be distracted by past memories that might be emotional. Our only attention is to what is happening to us right now in our heart, in our mind, and with body sensations. We've got that focus power practiced. And because we have that practiced ability, that practiced power to remain in this moment without distraction, it also makes sense that meditation helps us increase our attention span. We're not flittering from this thought to that thought, from this motion to that motion. We're not craving some other experience. We're focused on this experience right now, where we're at. And speaking of craving, there's also lots of evidence coming out that meditation can help with addiction issues. And not just addiction issues with drugs and alcohol, but also a whole range of addictions, including addictive behaviors. A great example of that is our addiction to social media. I have to be very, very conscious to put down my phone when I'm looking at social media. I give myself bits and bytes of social media when I feel like it's an appropriate time. But again, I mean, I'm a regular meditator. I love meditating. I do it every day. But when it comes to certain times,